Coach, a little later kickoff now with that 4:25 adjustments. Besides getting the extra sleep and getting on the bus a little bit later, what adjustments do you make for that roughly 3.5 hour difference from what you were scheduled to kick off?
Yeah, not much. I mean, it's really an easy adjustment for us. Actually, there's probably the benefit of, guys getting to sleep in, and wake up at their own schedule rather than getting a wake up call and get them in and get them up. So probably more beneficial than anything, get guys rested and ready to go.
I know that this was addressed earlier in the week in regards to the positive tests with the Tennessee Titans, but now seeing those positive cases spread to the Chiefs and to the Patriots, just how much more diligent do you express to your guys that you have to be with these precautions with back-to-back weeks on the road? I know that your guys are high character, they're doing all the right things, but it just serves maybe as a wake-up call in some of these situations.
There's no doubt it's a wake-up call, and our guys have been vigilant in the process, I believe, but this certainly does probably, make you even more aware of it. Wearing a mask as much as you possibly can, using sanitizers, don't go, don't go out as much when you do have to be out, stay socially distant, use all the normal practices. I mean, you can't, you still have to live your life, but our guys have been good about it, and I think they'll continue to do so.
In regards to Sunday's matchup against the Bears, it's a defense that prides itself first and foremost on pressuring the quarterback. With a guy like Phillip and the experience that he brings, there's not a whole lot he hasn't seen in the NFL. How much of an asset to that is he in terms of he can pretty much adapt to anything they throw at him?
Well, there's no question, Lara, and he's seen it all. But really, where the Bears excel at is in their one-on-one pass rushes. Their pressures are not necessarily of the exotic kind, funky looks with guys coming from all over the place. They're really trying to get you in one-on-one matchups because they like their personnel. When you got Khalil Mack and Quinn and the likes, and really all the guys up front are good pass rushers. So, we're going to have to be on our best. Obviously, we have a good offensive line. It's really going to be a big storyline in the game, how we protect in our one-on-one matchups against their defensive line. And, Phillip will help control the tempo of that. There's going to be times we take our shots down the field and where we're holding the ball a little bit, but then there'll be other times where it's quick rhythm and we're getting it out quick. We just have to mix the tempo of our passing game.
After this game, you'll be through that first quarter of the season. Kind of tough to believe, but especially the past 2 weeks, it really seems that your team is finding its stride, finding that next level of continuity. How much of this week is not just how you match up against Chicago, but also a gauge of if you're on track for where you want to be through that first quarter of the season, entering the second quarter of the season, that is a really tough portion of your schedule?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big week. Every week is. And because as you know, Lara, what we've said is, we got to not only win games, but we got to be getting better, because that's what every team that wants to go, we all want to end up at the same place at the end of this season. So in order to do that, you really have to find ways to get better every week. And as you said, you should be toughening up and getting better for those games down the road. But at the end of the season. But right now, you don't get there if you're not toughening up for the game right in front of you. And so that's where we take that 1-0 approach. That's where we focus in. All that matters is this game right now here in Chicago, that we play our best game of the season tomorrow.
Coach, good luck. We appreciate your taking the time. See you back in Indy.
Thank you.